Okay, so I was telling you that I think it was very interesting to me that the book included these movies, which are like classical movies, okay, classics, not classical, but classics. They become classics, okay, and I think it's like really good because you are very, very young and you probably haven't seen any of these movies, okay, and then hopefully, maybe you're not gonna watch them today or tomorrow, but maybe hopefully someday you'll remember you saw the names of these movies and you'll Google them, all right? They are all pretty good movies, but the thing is that they are old. And I understand that since you are so young, for you or to you, old must be equals to boring. But I promise they are not so boring. They are not so terrible. All right. So the first question I asked you in relation to these movies is the same one I'm going to ask you in the chat right now. So have you ever seen any of these films? Please tell me in the chat. I know that you feel more comfortable in the chat, so that's fine. I have no problem with that. If you want to answer in the chat, it's fine. If you want to open your microphone, that's fine as well. Okay? So please, have you ever seen or watched any of these films? Okay, more information, Arlet. Don't just say yes. Tell me something else. Okay, Queen says, I tried to watch Pan's Labyrinth, but okay, it's in Paso, but I couldn't because I got scared. Oh, yeah, to be honest, like, I love Pan's Labyrinth. Like, it's one of my favorite recent films. I really like it. I think it's a beautiful film, but I get really scared. So you know what I do? What I do is that I start watching the film, but then when you get to the scariest part, which is the monster that has, like eyeballs in his hands, then I just close my eyes and then I ignore that part. My husband tells me when that's over, and I continue watching the rest of the film. So maybe you could do that, Queen. Okay, just cover your eyes. Okay, Vicky says she hasn't seen any of the movies. All right. Arlette says that she watched Pan's Labyrinth last month. I believe it is on Netflix, isn't it? And Eduardo says he's seen Pan's Labyrinth and he almost cried at the end. Oh, Edu, I have a question for you, but I cannot ask you because I am going to spoil everyone else. I'm going to give a spoiler, but I'll ask you on WhatsApp. I'm curious about what you think of the ending because, like, I think there are two different interpretations of the ending. So I'm curious to know which is your interpretation. Kimi says that she's very scared, but she was interested in watching Pan's Labyrinth. To be honest, Kimi, do that. I mean, there is only one part that is super scary, and I'm gonna tell you which part it is so that you know when to close your eyes. It's this part where she has to go on one of her missions. She has to open a door on the wall and she finds this table full of delicious food. When you see the table full of delicious food and she is on a mission, close your eyes because it's going to get really terrible. I guess that sequence is 3 or 5 minutes long. So keep your eyes closed and then continue watching. It's a really good movie. And yes, Queen, I know. I'm a chicken too, you know that, right? You know, the teacher is not brave at all. I'm a coward. But, anyways, the movie is really good, I promise. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. You know that I'm obsessed with so many things. You know, the teacher is a geek. I also like Funkos, so I have the little Funko Pop of the pan, which is El Fauno. You know, the pan, and I'm gonna show it to you. It's pretty cool, but it's also scary. Sometimes I'm in the living room and I feel like it's looking at me. So yeah, I'm a chicken. Okay, anyways. So Edu says that he tried 2001 A Space Odyssey, but the internet was bad that day. Well, you should give it another try. I mean, that movie has generated what we call a cult following. Okay? Cult following is something that usually happens, with some entertainment forms, movies in particular or movies in special. All right. So, I think that's what happened with 2001 A Space Odyssey. As a matter of fact, if you watch the film and then you watch newer films like, what could it be? Oblivion or Interstellar, you're gonna see that they took certain elements from that old movie. Okay, so The director, Stanley Kubrick, he was like a visionary. So, I mean, I promise the movie is a must. Okay. That means that you must watch it at some point in your life. Maybe you're going to like it, maybe you're not. But I think it is like pop culture in general. It's part of the culture that we should have as citizens of the world or something like that. Okay. So, anyways, now, I also would like to know because I gave you the links to the movie trailers. Okay, did you see the trailers? To be honest, some of the trailers are not very interesting because they are old trailers. Nowadays, trailers are supposed to be very like entertaining, but in the past, trailers were very simple. So not all of them are really good. The trailers, I mean. But for example, next question. Hmm. So, which movie do you think you would never watch? I mean, if you had to choose from these four, Casablanca, Pan's Labyrinth, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and The Bridge Over the River Kwai, which one do you think you would never choose to watch? I'm gonna close my camera for a little bit because I'm gonna get the Funko to show you. So please tell me in the chat, which one wouldn't you consider watching?
Teacher.
Hey, tell me, Kimi.
Ah, I consider never watch the bridge over the river que way es
Why? Hawaii? Yeah, I know.
Güey,
Yeah.
no sé,
I
teacher,
think
¿cómo
it's a
se
river
pronuncia?
Kwai. I don't know. I don't know what language that is, but I
Ajá,
think it's Kwai. All right. To be
guay,
honest,
okay,
from the list of movies, that's the only movie I have never seen. But I understand
sure,
that it was very important in the 50s. The
bien.
thing is that you just see the people building the bridge, and it's like, I mean, how can that be interesting? But perhaps we should keep an open mind, and I mean, perhaps we should give it an opportunity. Oh, by the way, here's the pan. Okay, this is the fauno, and to be honest, it's kind of scary. This fauno is usually next to my children's books because you know that in Pan's Labyrinth, Ophelia, the girl is obsessed with children's stories, with fairy tales. Entonces me parece un buen toque ponerlo junto a los cuentos de hadas que tengo en inglés, ahí para que los cuide, pero sí a veces me asusta. Okay, so here's the pan. All right, anyways. And okay, let me tell you something. A movie that you probably don't consider very attractive, but it's one of my favorite movies ever. My husband hates it, by the way. He really hates the movie. He hasn't given the movie a chance because he thinks there's a lot of racism in the movie. And it's probably true, but in that case, I think that you have to see the movie and understand that that movie was made in the 40s, so it's a different time. The problem is if you show racism today because we're in the year 2020. I mean, the world should be better and different. And yet, reality and the news shows are showing us that racism still exists, okay? I don't consider the movie to be racist. I mean, he personally doesn't like it because of the way one character in the movie is treated. But one of my favorite movies ever is Casablanca. Did you know that Casablanca is considered the most romantic movie or one of the most romantic movies of all time? It is like a classic of romance. And the thing with Casablanca is that the movie is slow. That's true. It is slow. But if you watch the complete movie, I mean, the story is like so tragic because you have these two people, the people that you can see they're looking passionately at each other on the photo. You have these two people who are in love, but there are circumstances that keep them apart. And since the movie takes place during World War II, there is something like super important. There is a very important reason for them to stay apart, even though they love each other. So, I mean, I promise, guys, even if you hate it, you should watch Casablanca because it is a classic, because it is part of pop culture. For example, did you see La La Land? Do you remember La La Land? It came out 2 years ago. Yes, did you see La La Land? Yes, no, maybe. No, you didn't. Oh, well, that's a shame.
Mm.
Again, La La Land is a movie that I really liked as well, but there were some people, some of my friends hated it. They were like, "Oh my God, why are they singing? Why are they dancing?" Some people don't like that kind of thing, but La La Land won a couple of Oscar awards. It is a very good movie, and La La Land. I think that La La Land and Casablanca are connected in a certain way because wait, La La Land pays homage to Casablanca. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you have seen the video on Facebook or on YouTube. There is this scene where the main actress, Emma Stone, is in her bedroom and she has like this super big poster with the face of a woman. Well, the face of that woman is the actress from Casablanca. And at different points of La La Land, she mentions Casablanca too because it's a movie that is incredibly relevant, okay, to the movie industry. So I recommend you watch it. If you watch it and you hate it, say, hey, teacher, perdí 2 horas de mi vida. No importa, reclámenme, okay? But I think you should watch it. I promise it is going to enrich your pop culture in general, all right? You should give it an opportunity. I love it. I think it's very romantic, but no, it's not for everybody, okay? Not everybody likes it, but anyways, you should go and watch these movies, see these films, okay? All right, very good. So the whole unit has been dealing with giving opinions. So right now, we are going to continue giving opinions and commenting on movies and TV shows. All right. I hope that you can see the new page. This is Students Book page 61. So could you please go to page 61 on your Students Book? And I'm going to play an audio. As a matter of fact, I'm going to disconnect my earbuds, okay? So that you can listen to the audio with me. Give me a second. I'm going to disconnect.